human history, diabolic people have persistently used God's name to commit heinous atrocities all over the world. Wars become more bloody when religious sentiments are attached. Enemies see each other as abominable infidels that deserve to die. During the Nigeria-Biafra War, atrocities and war crimes were obviously committed, but the international community failed to identify or recognize the ethnic and religious implications. However, the purpose of this work is neither to apportion blames nor criticize anyone, but to preserve history and to let our younger generations who were not born during the struggle know the kind of songs used to boost the morals of the Biafran soldiers.
Muna wane njenaga wana puta ruzori wane yao wana puta ruzori wane yao gini kange yuno omo Biafra gini kange yuno onye nwani yanya mamihe zuroke Ndiro ndị na-amara Chukwu jide ha zọgbu ha ona. Ka anyị merie ndiro ndị na-amara Chukwu jide ha zọgbu ha ona. Mụ na nwanne m je n'agha akpịrị ego Nnamdi karịla anyị. Mụ na nwanne m je n'agha Nnamdi apụta ụzọ rie nwanne ya o. Nnamdi apụta ụzọ rie nwanne ya o. Gịnị ka anyị ga-eyono ụmụ Biafra? Gịnị ka anyị ga-eyono onye nwanyị ya nya amamihe zuru oke? Ka anyị mere ndiro ndị na-amara Chukwu jidewa zọgbu ha na. Ka anyị mere ndiro ndị na-amara Chukwu jidewa zọgbu ha na. Okolibe mo jikere na yemeje. Okolibe mo jikere na yemeje. Ka unu si Biafra. Ebe ka unu na-eje Biafra ga marapụ Biafra ga webe ọzọ ga biri Biafra ga dị ndụ. My boots and give them thine old Biafra.
Take my clothing to the camp.
Hallelujah.
Give my gun to someone
Honest,
to
fight for fatherland. Biafra lay my boots when I die.
Shelling machine, heavy artillery, bomb and fighter. Enye mugo wa wanting to ge magba egbe nonu. Enye mugo wa wanting to ge. Enye mugo wa wanting to ge magba egbe nonu. Enye mugo wa wanting to ge. Umu Biafra, unekwekwa naka go want you know. Unekwekwa naka go want you know. Ọchịchị ga-esi n'aka Chukwu bịa onye eze anya chọrọ ọchịchị gọwa ruo mgbe ebighị ebi. Ọchịchị ga-esi n'aka Chukwu bịa onye eze anya chọrọ ọchịchị gọwa ruo mgbe ebighị ebi. Abụ m onye amamihe, abụ m onye amamihe, nne m anyị rapụkwa m ma bara onwe mami. Onye nwere awe were akwụcha kechie ya anya wee Omeninyo bakwerieri, omeninyo bakwerieri. Biafra kunye guso Nigeria. Maka gini n'ihi na ha bụ ndị na-amaghị Chineke, ndị na-amaghị Chineke kere ha. Komando butere ya kọ
Most of the Biafra war songs aimed derogative invectives on the Nigerian government of oligarchy, who directed the killing of innocent Biafran women and children by imposing blockade on Biafra. All human contact with the outside world was cut off. Hence, the Nigerian military junta added hunger to the already existing weapons of mass destruction in their arsenal. Neither food nor medicine were allowed into Biafra. Hence, malnutrition begot kwashiorkor, also known as Harrow-Wilson syndrome.
We are Biafrans fighting for our freedom. By the name of Jesus, we shall conquer. Hey. We are Biafrans fighting for our freedom. By the name of Jesus, we shall conquer. Come Biafra, fighting for our freedom. By the name of Jesus, we shall conquer. We are Biafrans fighting for our freedom. By the name of Jesus, we shall conquer. Ambush, where is the mama in the bandiro? Imena, Ojuku, Imena. Nkume, mbebi, ebi, kwekam, soro ni megi. Nkume, mbebi, ebi, kwekam, soro ni megi. Biafra, la marama, kwekam, soro ni megi. Nkume, mbebi, ebi, kwekam, soro ni megi. Ọkiwe seto kwala Biafra. Etekwa n'Enugu seto kwala Biafra. Etekwa n'Onitsha seto kwala Biafra. Enyi o, enyi o, enyi o, enyi o, enyi. Enyi lele. Enyi o, enyi o, enyi. Onye mbuzo gabu onye ikpeazụ. Nna Chukwu ekwena, Nna Chukwu ekwena. Na chukwe kwena. Ainaga niru, gila chi azubom. Ainaga niru, gila chi azubom. Taranu wana. My mother, don't you worry. My father, don't you worry. If I happen to die in the battlefield, never mind, we shall meet again. My mother, don't you worry. My father, don't you worry. If I happen to die in the battlefield, never mind, we shall meet again. Go and see, and then I'm Ojuku. Agamaga Ojuku. Iya Barado, Ikabuna Muna Mibo, Giwemeri. Agamaga Ojuku. Iya Barado, Ikabuna Muna Mibo, Giwemeri. Ebuje. soja bi n'ime ọya agụrụ agụụ na soja bụ iwe iwe nne m amụta na amịkpọ m soja bi n'ime ọya nna m amụta na amịkpọ m soja bi n'ime ọya Biafra mụta na amịkpọ m soja bi n'ime ọya agụrụ agụụ na soja bụ iwe iwe.
Of course, the issue of Biafra is all about prophecy, revelation. And most people are staring into the future, but they can't understand it. They just don't have a concept of what is about to happen. And those who have a glimpse of what it looks like have run ahead with false information. But I tell you, a day will come, we will tell the story how we overcome. This is Radio Biafra Extra. Radio Biafra Extra is streaming live through Biafra Human Right and Freedom Radio Station. Biafra Human Right and Radio Station is being anchored by Diokpa Uche Okafor Mefo. Diokpa Uche Okafor Mefo is the man who has simply assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. This is one truth I do not expect everyone to understand, but one day you shall. And by the special grace of the Almighty Creator, I remain George Onyibe. I hail from Abo. Abo is in Anyoma Province. Anyoma Province is in Delta State. And every piece of land in Delta State is Biafra land, as I always say. I want to take our time this evening to acknowledge men and women of goodwill, progressive-minded Biafrans across the globe, men and women alike. Diokpa Uche Okafor Mefo, of course, Chief Raphael Owazurike, you cannot dismiss the fact. Chief Asare Dokubo, I must acknowledge Mazio Bidio Bienu, Dr. Okado, Okom, Mazi Paul Okinkwo, Mazi Onwoka Okwi, Mazi Chimezie, Mazi Bruno, Ada Biafra, of course, not the original one, because Nnamdi Kanu have poisoned the original one. Agunwanye, Ubele, Awele, Udowele, Odun Ogele, every member of the Watchmen, as well as the Biafra Nation Alliance, too numerous to mention, acknowledge all of you. How can I proceed without acknowledging members of the pro-Biafran group who has come in terms with the truth? They know the truth now. You can be doing jamboree everywhere, but those who know the truth already have been set free by the truth. All of them tonight acknowledge you. Names too numerous to mention. Honestly, members of the de facto customary government, implementation committee, as well as the advisory body, acknowledge all of you. Dr. Kadu, who has to be their chairman, Chief Alhaji Asare Dokubo, who happens to be the chairperson implementation committee, Mazio Miu. How can I move without acknowledging people like Iken Nanwan Onenyi? Exactly, Mbadike. How can I continue? Ezekwesele. I have seen angel in my lifetime here on earth. And like I always say, these are some of the things that drives us. If I close my eye in death today, and then I open it before the Creator, and he said to me, did you see an angel when you walk the earth? I will say to him, yes, I did. Because the genuine Igbo man is an angel. But you won't understand. Not idiot like Nnamdi Kanu. You don't even know why we are doing what we are doing. Most people don't even know why we put ourselves here. We have revelation. We have true knowledge you have no idea of. In fact, the sons of a king have decided to walk on foot, while the sons of slaves now ride on camel, and we are their escort, and you are jumping and relaxing over your stupid. It's okay. Acknowledge all of you. Your sincerity, your commitment, your devotion to the nation and the people of Biafra, it will pay off. It is a promise. How can I even continue to broadcast when I know that Nnamdi Kanu, the criminal, is on the other side of the radio, the ritualist, and then he sent people to my own platform to insult me? We have come in terms with his nonchalant behavior, so that is not an issue to me. But for record purposes, for the sake of the next generation, you come to my war at this time on Facebook platform. You will see misguided mugus, zombies, no more brain. They are our brothers, but they don't have brain again. We must let the world know that they don't have brain again. 90% of Nnamdi Kanu followers are brainless. No brain again. Because tomorrow they will say Biafra this, Biafra that. This is not Biafra. Nnamdi Kanu is not Biafra. And Biafra is not Nnamdi Kanu. The zombies on my platform acknowledge you. Mune mumbele mbele umbele nu ebo nonwanya hane mumbele umbele u mune di mumbele mbele umbele u. I welcome the Nnamdi Kanu recruit. The money we contributed and gave to Nnamdi Kanu, he's in charge. You know, they are trying to pass false information. Hey, wait, somebody gave us 100 million. Hey, wait. Give you think we don't know all these things? We are waiting for the really perpetrators of evil in Biafra land to move forward. We will shred all of you. But of course, you will dismiss what we are saying the same way they dismiss Nnamdi Kanu. That is why before I acknowledge the creator, I have to tell everybody to be very careful with me. As much as I have a pure heart, as much as my intention is not to ride anybody, as much I will yield into submission for anybody who have genuine interest for our people. I am a man with a made-up mind. A very principled man. And don't take it for granted. Just speak the truth. Say the truth. Do the truth. We will die defending you. There is a reason I said this thing. Because most of our people are very wicked. Desperate to show they are something they are not. That is why today, before your very presence, men and women who projected in Nnamdi Kanu, he has rubbished all of them. But we will get there. So you understand what we are saying anyway. So when you are dealing with my issue, you don't have truth as your shield. You do not have sincerity as your emblem. You are not guided by the breastplate of righteousness. My guy, take your time. Because I will upset the balance for all of you. And people say, he's just a man, he's a poor man. I am poor because of all of you. You don't know how much we love Biafra. You don't. If you know, it's okay. I won't digress further. Sonim wogo ihe chukwu menimo ero nime o no woge jumo bio wogo no soka mu osolobo emeni mekelere na fanso ya o munem sonim wogo o maka ihe chukwu menimo imakwonero nime o elenwa woge jumo bio wogo no soka mu osolobo emeni mekelere na fanso ya o. He said. Not everybody will understand the time and era that we have found ourselves, but in as much as it's very painful, in as much as it's not convenient, we will continue to do what we have to do, because I understand you cannot discredit the truth. You can only delay it. You will try to frustrate it, but in the end, like the morning sun, it will rise. It will rise. Oh my God. And of course, this evening we go direct to our topic, which is simply titled The activities that have left our door open to the enemy. The activities that have left the door of Biafra open to the enemy. And of course, I have comrades who may join me later on in the course of this program. And so I will try as fast as I can to draw out these issues to you for the sake of the next generation. The next generation must be careful. The next generation must be guided. Let truth lead you. It doesn't matter whose earth is God, because everything else will expire in the end. Only the righteous will remain. And who are the righteous? Is it those who profess the name of God? Is it those who project themselves as angels of light, whereas they've been cast down from heaven for a very long time? Is it those who are very eloquent when they speak? Is it those who have the ability to deceive you? Is it those who know how to manipulate all the figures of speech just to prove a point? I'd say no. The righteous are those who just know the truth. Common, simple men who want good for all of us. And we will get there. We are Biafrans, nothing more, nothing less. We are not politicians and do not have interest on that. We fail to live by the principle that governs even the clergy. We are not trying to make you see us for who we are not. No, we are your brother. We are your sisters. We want your progress. We want the best for you as much as we want for ourselves. If I tell you a secret tonight, don't let anybody hear. I don't hate Yoruba. I don't hate Hausa. I don't hate Fulani. I don't hate Igbo man. I don't hate Niger Delta. I simply don't hate anybody. But any idiot who hide under the claws of one Nigeria to undermine us as a people, you don't know what is coming for you. You can see on the other end of the radio, on a different social media, you can hear Nandekano shouting, yes, we are doing this, we are formidable, Otu Aburu is here. That man is just muguring all of you. But of course, if I sit back and begin to consider, he has put your brain on hold. 150 days of fasting and praying and reading Psalm. 150 days. This should be approximately 5 months. Your brain is going to be dormant for 5 months. For 5 months, you will not be able to reason. He told you not to read the Bible. He told you not to go to Yoruba church. He told you to forget about fake Jesus Christ. He 150 days, 5 months of manufacturing another level of mugu. We can't ignore this truth. We will deliver you. And now you know why we are here and why we do what we do. And so, like I was saying, going back to our topic, it is simply titled, The Activities That Have Left Our Door Open for the Enemy to Come In. A lot of activities is going on in Biafra land in recent days, which has left our doors open. When we talk about doors, not everybody will be able to understand. When we talk about doors, we are talking about the doors of commerce and industry. When what do you call it? Now they can shout, kill them, shoot them, hammer them, do this one. You people don't understand. The level of poverty in Biafra land will increase. The level of insecurity will increase. The level of myotic brothers will increase. The level of compromised individuals will increase. The level of hopeless governors and senators will increase. The level of Yahoo will increase, because the door has actually been opened. Those who are supposed to sit at the city gate and preside over the affairs of the people, and most of them are even compromised. We know what all of you are doing, but don't worry. It's a matter of time. We will know who is deceiving who. Today in Biafra land, there is no investors coming in. Nigerian deliberately made sure that they do not have federal government present in Biafra land. And this is to remove every form of relevance in Biafra land. And of course, when I talk about Biafra land in this instance, I'm talking about the southeast, supposedly the Igbo state. Nnamdi Kanu is burning police station, bombing correction centers, of course prison, sending the hungry youth lazy, hungry youth to go and kill their own people, Igbo people in army and in police. Nnamdi Kanu is jumping up and down. He's going to burn more police stations. You know all these things. He is trying to look for where to hold federal government so that they can make him warlord of Igbo land. But being warlord of Igbo land will not give us Biafra, because we have numerous warlords already. In as much as I would not want to consider most of the activities now, I can tell you, you have great men. Nigeria may relegate them to their background, but they are great men. I acknowledge one of them tonight. Nnayanwudo, 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 Chifurafelo Wazurike, Chifurafelo Wazurike. These two, let me stop there. Those of you in the southeast, if you know what these people went through in the hand of the real criminal. I started this song with the Patriot song, war song, not because there is need for it, but yet because I want you to see the truth. Ewo muna nwanne m je n'agha o, akpịrị ego Nnamdi Kanu reela anyị o. Ewo muna nwanne m je n'agha o, Nnamdi apụta ụzọ ree anyị o. Nnamdi Kanu apụta ụzọ ree anyị o. If you think this thing is going to end in a very short time, and then you are dreaming. And then some people are carrying rumor. Hey, we Nnamdi Kanu is in Nigeria. Hey, we hide you, George Onyibe hide you, thunder fire all of them. Who be the idiot? Where is it? He's working with Fulani, we know. Some governors have given him money and he's happy. Willie Obiano, we love you. Who is the next idiot? I don't know why I'm praising Lokis here, but if you like, you people give him money. But tonight, I will let you see the level of damage he's going to cause. All of you will not be in that office to correct it. And then how will posterity judge all of you? Fulani paid Nnamdi Kanu to ravish Igbo land. And Mugus are jumping out there. Hey, I ain't a Biafra, I ain't a Biafra, I want on Pama. Very mature bushmeat. This thing, you people have to pray for God to continue to guide us. Because look at human being. Just look at human being. And I respect all of you. I'm humbled. And I repeat, the audio of that man I listened to yesterday has changed my whole life. It has, I must tell you. He opened the door. When I mean door, he opened our door of commerce and economics to the enemy. Today, in Biafra land, we don't have job already. No federal government present. Nobody is coming to invest in the southeast as we speak. Why? Everybody say, oh, unknown gunmen, they're going to kill us. Everybody is taking their portfolio, they are leaving, which implies that there will be more jobless Igbo. And the more jobless idiot we have around, who has not been able to come up with the mindset to introduce a form of financial empowerment for communal areas, will fall prey to Nnamdi Kanu's strategy. You know what he's doing. And so since there is no pipeline to bus, I think they are bus the one in Ohajigbema. They will go to Anambra, but Igala people will not allow them to bomb it. And then they will go to Asa in Abia State, but then maybe they bomb it. But if you like, bomb all of them. It won't wake federal government from the sleep. We know the truth already. And so now they cannot decide and say, since we got to do something, because maybe the warlord in Niger Delta bomb pipeline, they respect them. Let's bomb police station. Now they have sent your brother Nnamdi Kanu. They have sent Igbo people to every federal government present in Igbo land, southeast. So come and kill all of them, and you are doing a good job for them. We are still finding out until we have evidence that you are working. What we are saying, what they want is, yes, we kill Fulani, yes, we kill Yoruba, yes, we will not agree. Yeah, now you are killing Saboteur. Hey, it's okay. You have opened the door of security for the enemy to come in. People reason in different way. We took time to study our people. George Onyibe took time to study our people. I didn't study you to undermine you. I studied all of you to know how you function. I know how the Urobo man to Ishekiri man function. I know how the Igbo man function. I know how the Ikwere function. The Efik, the Ibibio, the Anang. I know how you all of you function. Uboboro, Tinapa, Ugebo. I know how all of you function. Down to Wakirike, Ogoni, Andoni. I know how all of you function. Because in the end, you are Biafra. And then, we need help, all of us. We need to be guided. And then we came under the umbrella and said, let's guide our people. We knew the element that are misplaced and must be reinstalled for us to have a headway. You see, in one of Nnamdi Kanu recent lies, he said, God told me that Biafra will not come until we unite. And somebody responded and said, God told me. Does he know God? Lot of doors of development, all of them have been left open. And as I speak to you, the enemies are standing on their duty posts, waiting to ravage our land. But you are not seeing it. These doors are open to the enemies, which will eventually spell doom for all of us if we fail to understand and do the needful. Today, with pain, we are pointing out these dangers to well-meaning Biafrans across the globe on the need to behead this monster which is set to ravage our land. But will they understand? Will they really understand? We need to consider a lot of things that are going on and begin to use your teeth, your tongue to count your teeth. I was going through a WhatsApp group this morning, and my brother is supposedly Biafran from the southeast, posted a video. I will play the audio. And he told the people in that forum, we have to be very careful of River State. We have to be very careful. And he now re-edited the audio and placed it there. And I watch everybody. I wrote my response, but I later deleted it. And I said, this truth, if these people are allowed to project this falsehood, it will divide Biafra land more than ever. Nnamdi Kanu, the criminal, know he's not going anywhere. He never knew before. He fought with power that be. And now he's going to beg. Mark my word, he will beg. If he doesn't beg, the fate of those he condemned will be better than his own. I'm not in diaspora and I'm not going anywhere. Solomon Ebo have my details, most of my details. Solomon Ebo, Nnamdi Kanu planted in our midst. I didn't really look at Nnamdi Kanu Mugu. Hey, he thought you have us. Solomon Ibu, you betrayed the innocent. You betrayed Uchuka from Efo. You betrayed Dr. Ukado. All of us in the process of trying to register certain issues, you took our details and gave to Nnamdi Kanu. Solomon Ibu, we are in your house in Enugu already. If you now want this thing to be open scatter, my guy, we are properly defined. I think Nnamdi Kanu is jumping up and down. Hey, we are what did they call them? Say we are ESM, we are non-government. Nnamdi Kanu, the name of what is coming to hit all of you has not been mentioned already. We are coming. Because Mazim Efo kept quiet, that is the kind of man he is, and I respect him for it, because his slightest touch command obedient. Mazimefo, Obidi was here online. He was not happy because I allowed some reciprocant to ask me question. I am not upset because I know him now. He cannot condone evil. He says it the way it is, and I respect him for it. Dr. Okado is a man who is actually the embodiment of pain. Pain for his people. Pain that most of you can't see the truth. The pain that those who are supposed to speak up will not speak up, or they have become an accomplice. I knew all of them. And then maybe there is a reason we are here. On a daily basis, the vision, the mission is becoming clearer. Is becoming clearer. And so I listened to those conversations. And I kept quiet. This is supposed to be. That is when you people are yapping, understand that the greatest weakness of Igbo man is that there are a lot of Igbo that are not Igbo. Igbo biko no achọkwa nkangwo no unu ga-akpachari anya ebe ndị Rivers State no. Do you know almost 15 years in Rivers State? That is very difficult to see Igbo man from the southeast that can speak. Many Igbo children Eka Anyoma Igbo. Go and ask Anambra man very well about Abo man. The moment we enter the market to buy something in Ochanja market or any other market or Piwek around there, of course in those days you have reasonable Igbo people. Not now, Nnamdi Kanu have removed the brain of many of the idiots. The moment they know you are from across the Niger, they don't lie to you. Because it's almost impossible to make any communication without their knowledge. I can tell you, outside this struggle, I have not slept in any southeast state more than maybe a day or two. But right from my mother kitchen, ana m agbalie ọbụna ọbụ asụsụ Igbo. Ana m agbalie na tapia ya etu o shedere m mma. I'm trying. Can mewa sharp one suma susun kalieni? O imono ndi buni mono no asaka no yen reku. Asinem no ndi Igbo adi anu yen reku maka ni mewa wonyi Igbo. Can enya mani yen rekebe nenyi ya hanu jasha mo wonyi agbo mewa he wonyi Igbo. Let's be guided. I have been in many meetings. And each time they are speaking Igbo, and then another person will come out. They say, this one we are speaking Igbo. Oh yeah, on a new Igbo. All of them will turn and look at me. He say, one night, Okwena new Igbo. I will turn and look there. Mbano, Aumonye Beke. All of them will start laughing. Most of them see me as a stranger, entirely stranger, complete stranger. And sometimes they say other words they should. And if I cannot expose my heart to take this pain on behalf of our people, how exactly can we know the truth? I repeat, in most cases, they say, Mbano, onye no eba, onye Niger Delta, ona anu Igbo. And then some of them will turn and look at me and say, Nwanna, okwena anu Igbo. And some bawo, anama anu Igbo, emana umonye beke. Okwa fugo na ade mocha. Aumungo kocha. Now, what am I trying to point out to all of you? We are gradually, the Fulanis, Janjaweed as you call them, are gradually
redefining all of us. They have set motions in place to correct all of us, to destroy all of us, and you are not seeing it. Tribalism has eaten deep into your blood. You can't reason anymore. It's unfortunate. And then I listen. And then, for some reason, I won't say some things. Because we are not trying to implicate anybody. We will save our people. And the person saying this thing probably is in diaspora. Do you know since 2014 till today, River State become a fertile ground for those of us in IPOB? What do you know? Go and ask David Njoko, so that thunder will fire you and your generation. Today, because of Nnamdi Kanu's stupidity, the governors of the Southeast and the politicians and their leader refuse to stand up to their responsibility. Wike now is taking a different turn to correct some menace. Idiot, hey, Wike Menka. This fight, you will win it. We will assure you that. You can imagine the radio I am broadcasting from. A majority of people on this platform are from the Southeast. My confidence assurance is that my people, Anyoma people, Osimiri, Ndokwa, Anyocha, Eka, they are rightly behind me. And now imagine when I know I want you to get a point to. The person was gossiping. You find Ikwere name. Some are Chile. Ikwere man answer Chile. Chile is not Fulani name. It's not Yoruba name. When you hear Ikwere man answering Chile, oh Chile kwa obimo, Chile obimo, and they are in that forum. And you are talking down on their people because of idiot Okano. Then you have another Ikwere man whose name go by Ohonda. Ohonda is not Calabari name or German name. Owom, Onya one name, Owomda. This is my relation. This is my friend. It is Igbo. And then Wike made a statement. You refuse to find out the genesis of Wike's statement. You are now whispering to your fellow supposedly Igbo, Bikono, Onogade careful, and you got avoiding the River State. Why did you get us involved in the first place? You see, most of you are Mugu. You don't even know why we are here. Nnamdi Kanu knows the truth. Fulani pays him, Yoruba pays him, some Igbo elite pays him, Mugu like you die for him, but not like people like us. I was bad. I felt bad. I responded, then I deleted it. Because what I'm telling you is that all these things, if you do not close these doors, that thing you think you know, you will initiate this movement. And then maybe after 10 million have died, like Gowon-led Nigerian killed Biafrans, Igbo Biafrans. Today you are still trying. Then kill us, then rape us, then fuck my mama. Una no get sense. And then somebody you gotta be moral. You gotta be moral. How can we become the instrument of our undoing? You are busy blaming somebody. Somebody is blaming you. You are blaming somebody. Why we followed Nnamdi Kanu is because we were ready to initiate consultation and clear this mess. And so, as a people, we can't be able to rise up in the spirit of patriot and lead our people home. But then Nnamdi Kanu has become more menace to even Gowon and Obasanjo. Let's continue. And then I have to play this audio. Then we continue. So you can lock this door. You can lock this door. If we must survive. If we must win this war, we must repair the damage within the system. The system, I mean the Biafra nation. And then we'll form one impenetrable unit. And with one voice, we push this journey once and for all. I dare you, if you think any other way, make a move. Make a move. Just in a time like this, with the level of damaging that they cannot have done, I dare you, make a move. You don't know. Yo, anama jogodo, anumeri une yezure. We don't expect you to understand.
Southeast said, could you just touch on that quickly before we go on the break? I asked you about the sit-at-home order in by IPOB in some Southeast said. Could you just touch on that quickly before we go on the break?
Well, with all due respect, I've said it before and I'll continue to say it. IPOB cannot make an order to say sit-at-home order in River State. I've said so clearly before. Because it does not.
He said, with due respect, I am saying that IPOB. He didn't say, I am saying that Igbo people. Is it Igbo people that change the 30th of May from 30 to 31? And so those of you in that forum, trying to castigate people that are not from Southeast who are Biafran, prepare yourself very well, because we will define this war for you in a way that all of us, we will burn everything up for all of us. You think you people have seen what we are talking about? Now the Kanu went to Obibu, initiate crisis. Children, families were wiped out. We have all the record and evidence. And then people who I have met with Governor Peter Odele and his deputy Toba one-on-one. I have met with Omeha one-on-one. Governor Omeha, who handed over to Chibuike Amechi, I have met all of them one-on-one. I am almost a citizen of Egbema. You go to Wike community. Why did I forget this name? In fact, go and look for Reverend Father Iwanyango, Reverend Father Stephen. These are community brothers of Wike and Omega. I always with these people, but they don't know I am this person. And like Nnamdi Kanu used to say when he was moral, Iman came a putakwe. And so they blackmailed me. It's on my Facebook page. Hey, Judge Onyibe is taking Wike around to kill Igbo people. Watch that phrase. Judge Onyibe is taking Governor Wike around to go and kill Igbo people. Has Governor Wike become so jobless that he now call me and say, let's go and kill Igbo people? But IPOB strive. IPOB grow. IPOB deceive more by lying. They are uploading old video telling you now that, oh, they are celebrating 30th of May across the globe. Old video. Hey, they shot South Africa down. Hey, they do this one. Hey, menka, hey, menka. Hey, we anaganiru. Iwo wanompama. Iwo nyo hiye muche. I'm not here to entertain you. As many that are led by the Spirit of God, they are the sons of God. It's a for God's sake. IPOB cannot issue a sit-at-home order. Not in River State. He didn't say Igbo people. He didn't say Igbo people. My happiness is that Onyeso Wike is a friend of Okezie Ekpazo. Onyeso Wike is a friend. In fact, there was a time we had a lawyer meeting. They had a lawyer meeting in River State. Convention. Lawyers convention. across Nigeria was held in Rivers State here. And then I was in that meeting. And something shocked me. I went there with an Igbo lawyer. I won't call his name for some reason. And the Igbo lawyer, supposedly from Anambra State, told me, do you know that almost 70% of people that work with Wike are from Abo? More than 70% of Wike family are Abo people. And I said, how could this be? But the story is for another day. So when you are yapping and creating division to be relevant, Nnamdi Kanu have not started running. He's Biafra now. South are no more part of Nnamdi Kanu Biafra. We will pursue him till he remains in his father's compound. And so in that convention, I took time and studied. Majority of the people around Wike, they are my people. When I mean my people, not carved into other state, carved into Delta State. I'm trying to point out something to you. You think we are Mugu? Only truth that drives us. Truth brought us here. And let this truth lead us home. If not, get ready for the calamitous doom. Wike did not say Igbo people cannot issue order. Wike said IPOB. He was not saying this until Nnamdi Kanu start taking a new form of drug. But you don't know he's on drug. You don't know. Don't worry. We are studying the type of drug he takes because honestly we don't know yet. We will cure him when the time comes. IPOB can't. You can forge video. Hey, Urobo complied. Hey, Efiki complied. One idiot was on my inbox sending me video. Hey, Enugu comply. But I played the audio of somebody from Enugu threatening everybody. And I asked the Akwa Ibom idiot and said, did Akwa Ibom acknowledge the sit at home? He said, when you were African rep, did they acknowledge? I said, go and ask your brother, Dr. Green. Maybe you go and ask Chidebere Onwudiwe. Even though they were much in the dark and ignorant, they do comply. Why now? And when I don't have time to talk with people who can't reason proper, I blocked him. With this, I get your time. If you come to my page, you are not reasonable, I block you. We got a lot of work to do. Why do we burn our energy for inconsequential, controversial individual? It's not possible. It's not possible. It didn't say Igbo people did not issue set at home. Wike as a radical individual, a radical behind the bar. I may not agree with all his style, but I think he's a very sincere man to the core. And now you get the point, right? Let's listen to Wike, what he said.
That exists in Rivers State. Rivers State is not part of Southeast. I've always said that. Rivers State is South-South. So I am not saying whether the people of the Southeast should not obey what IPOB has said or not. But they cannot give up.
I asked you about the sit-at-home.
Did you hear that? I have not said that the people in the Southeast should not obey the order of IPOB. I didn't say so. So open in 18 buna bane irina azo. All the kwan pack in a use or borrow ishigi adi amama. There is a reason I'm playing this. This is opening door. You are deepening the division among us. You are deepening the hatred among us. What point do you want to do? You want to make Nnamdi Kanu our God? Nnamdi Kanu journey started and it has ended. It cannot, nobody can change it. Nobody. For your information.
Obey what IPOB has said or not. But they cannot give order to Rivers people that we should sit at home. No, it is not possible. And that's what I've always said. I'm not against IPOB activity in the Southeast. Because they have the right to whatever they are doing with their people. But as far as Rivers State is concerned,
I asked you about the sit-at-home.
Sorry for those disruption. He said they have the right to whatever they are doing. You get it now.
But they cannot give order to Rivers people that we should sit at home. No, it is not possible. And that's what I've always said. I'm not against IPOP activity in the Southeast, because they have the right to whatever they are doing with their people. But as far as Rivers State is concerned, we are not part of it. So you cannot give an order when we are not part of whatever that you are doing. How does it work? It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work. It's like that saying that there are Igbo people, there are Southeasterners who are staying in Lagos. Therefore, IPOP will give a sit-at-home order in Lagos saying nobody should move. There are Igbo people staying in Kano. IPOP should go and make a sit-at-home order in Kano that nobody should move in Kano. No, it is not acceptable. This is not acceptable. Our people are not part of it. So you cannot give order to people who are not part of what you are doing. How does it work?
Thank you.
When they get that order, the only way to do it in Rivers State.
Thank you, Governor Wiki. Thank you. It is as simple as ABCD. I never did anything 31st of May. And any Anyoma person, a car person, getting involved with 31st of May, you are a Janjaweed, like Nnamdi Kanu call you. It's 30th of May. Can't you respect that? Hey, they obey the order. Everybody sit down. Governor, sit down. You're making mockery of yourself. After all the sitting down, they did give us Biafra, but they deepened the division among us as a people. We have things we should be doing. We're leaving them and doing jamboree. You want to feed the ego of one criminal. They want to recognize you. Recognize who? Have you noticed Nnamdi Kanu don't mention Anyoma again? There are some Anyoma misguided, mixed fake blood who are giving him information. They take advantage of the communities like Okwane, about those areas where Shell, another oil company, is causing chaos already and getting involved. We are studying all of you. You are within Nnamdi Kanu, you will enter there. Until he open the door of Afari Beku for me, he will not enter Anyoma land. You can come and do any display, send unknown government. It is this insult that boldens us. It is this betrayal that brings out the monster in us. We will stand you at the end. Now, you won't understand. The door is open. Tomorrow night they say, oh, I got Luaga. The sabotage you will see. Even in your grave, you will regret it. That is why we are begging our people. No genuine Biafran blood from across Igede, Iyala, Idoma, Obobora, Tinapa, Andone, Ogoni, Abua, Adua, Ahoda, Urobo, Ishekiri, Ole, Abraka, Agbo, Eka, Ebolonukpola, all the way to Yobake, Ewuru, Alioshimi, Itoku, Towiri, all of you down to Bito, Rumba, Nombisi, Amando, Bankwere, Olo, down to Oka, Mbose, Kirone, Unwenguche, Unasaka Jirono, Gwezeli, ono. Now the Kanu is creating chaos, bamboozling in all of you. When I see that, I go to look and I go to look and I go to speak big grammar. Just they look all of them. And now, if you fail to sincerely look at this issue, and in your mind, oh, we got to fight war, we got to do this, these people are this, make the move. Now the Kanu has come to the end of his journey. And the earlier you people understand that, the better. You know, Ghana think on radio. You get na timpu, you get tigido mpu a onwa mbitori gabia. A man full Biafra. Makana Nnamdi Kanu enwero anything. He has nothing to give you, Biafra. Just deceiving all of you. And some people want us to become useless like them. It's unfortunate. The doors have been opened to the enemy, you will understand. And now we may have 8 years to stay in Rivers State. But there are things I will not say. Because when Wike leave, another Wike will enter. My guy, without proper consultation, fasten your seatbelt to Adia Mama. You got to be careful for River State. You think Igbo people don't have sense? You think your leaders don't have sense? You think Ohaneze and Igbo don't have sense? What Igbo Congress can choose to become bunch of idiots to join the winning party? They still have sense. Members of our Igbo Development Union, are you people not listening again? Nnamdi Kanu was boasting and say, when I was in prison, they told me to take the 5 states of the Southeast. How can you take the 5 states? No, how can you take the 5 states? And then somebody say, okay, let Ninonya Janjono, where you they go? Why can't you people see the level of conspiracy against us as a people and processes that have been initiated against us as a people by the Nigerian state? I didn't join IPOB because I'm jobless. I joined IPOB because one of the things they protest is the unification of the South and the South. We are one people, the same DNA, the children of Arodi, the children of Unri. We are Biafra. Go and ask Akoma. Today now the can say we are Igbo. Obwanye bonde Biafra o. Kanye rap on the Niger Delta o. Na waburo Biafra o. Awuwe Biafra. Nkendi Bokwaya. Let us save the next generation from all this unnecessary death. The opening door for the enemy, but you are not seeing it. It's okay. We shall see. Oh God. Have mercy upon us. Have mercy upon us. And now, this is just one. Then we go to the next. I came across a press communique issued by some group of Urobo Union. And let's see if I can be able to read it out for all to understand. So that you understand. Doors have been opened to enemy to invade Biafra land. Please try and get sense. Don't be sentimental. Don't judge me for issues you know nothing about. Because certainly they are greater than you. It reads, Okiamute Urobo Youth Forum tackles Imo State Governor. They gave the Imo State Governor 14 days ultimatum to IPOB and to Ohaneze Ndigbo. This Urobo group gave 14 days ultimatum to one, the governor of Imo State, His Excellency Hope Uzodinma, the only true Igbo man who stand against Nnamdi Kanu criminality. He may have been elected into office according to propaganda coming from Nnamdi Kanu as a Supreme Court judge. But if somebody like Hope Uzodinma is not the governor of Imo State by this time, by now all Imo State people would have become zombie for Nnamdi Kanu, because presently Nnamdi Kanu energy is focused or targeted on 2 states in the southeast, Biafra land. Number 1 is Imo State. Subdue everybody first of all. Imo State and Ebonyi State are his target. And Ebonyi State, we are still monitoring him, but Imo State is a rugged and a dogged individual. I will address all of you later. Anambra must separate themselves from Nnamdi Kanu, because this pepper, when they blow for wind, it go enter all of our eye. Now they are issuing an order, number one, to the dogged governor of Imo State. Very dogged. You are the reason in the Kanu stupidity has not gone beyond control. Hopus Odema must against all odds stand against this tyranny, this tyrant, hopeless, useless criminal, Nnamdi Kanu. If I talk now, you get as he be, make a leave for them first. Unfortunate. They are issuing 14 days ultimatum to Ohaneze Ndigbo and IPOB. Let's see how it goes. They want their son, Okiemute, to be fished out within 14 days. The leader of Urobo Progressive Union, Upu Youth, ably led by activist Kelly Efemina Umukoro, has tackled the Imo State Governor, Ohaneze Ndigbo, and the proscribed terrorist group, IPOB, the one that is led by Nnamdi Kanu, in a statement issued at Ueli at the late hours of Monday, the 31st of 2021, of course, the month of May. The UPU Youth Wing frowned at the unnecessary bickering and called for war by IPOB Nnamdi Kanu, saying the absence of peace is war and nothing can thrive in a war-torn nation. Continually, the UPU opened that collective peace enjoyed in the nation until now is as a result of a collective peaceful behavioral attitude of all citizens, and no single individual or tribe have the monopoly of violence. The UPU Youth Wing takes into recognize recent security issues in the southeast, and we shall not watch while things go wrong. Watch while things go wrong. We are calling on the Imo State Governor, Ohaneze Ndigbo, to call their indigenous security network and the IPOB to order that all Urobo indigenes residing in the southeast are serving there should be threatened as the mother hen with utmost care. The Ohaneze Ndigbo should give the Urobo nation detailed information on the whereabouts and the condition of an Urobo indigene serving under the Nigerian Immigration Service (NIS) in Imo State as the chief provost officer named Okiamute Emrire, if I made it correct, called it well anyway. That the detailed information and the whereabouts of the information should be made public to Urobo Nation by the Imo State Government, Ohaneze Ndigbo, ESM, IPOB on or before the 14-day time. Failure to do so may attract very serious action that will befall to anyone. That as a people, we want to restate that we are not part of Biafra and can never be part of Biafra. That we are Urobo ethnic nationality, that we never cowered in any unholy union or alliance and did not seek our consent or that of the approval of anybody. Now, I need you to get what they are saying so that you get it. We just look at the one of Wike. It is easy to dismiss. Edama Wike is anti-Igbo. Oh, mama ge na mna ge papa ge owunu wabu atindi Igbo. Owunu wabu atindi Igbo na egbu ndi Igbo inwero conscience. It's okay. We all know under normal circumstance, IPOB led by lunatic Colonel Nnamdi Kanu do not have any reason why they should kill Gulak. If they decide to do that, maybe we don't know yet. But then the Nigerian police was forced to tell them that IPOB did it, unknown gunmen. But it's okay. Now, let's look at this implication. Gulam was killed in Imo State, and then another Obioma Igbo man in INEC was killed somewhere in the north. Some say it's a revenge, some say it's not a revenge. But in the process of killing Gulag, I have to remind you that an Urobo Mureri was actually killed in that attack of immigration or custom office in Imo State. They've not seen him. And now Urobo, supposedly Biafra, is now writing a letter. Now, if there were proper consultation before now, we have people like Magnus Oroka, we have some criminal element of Urobo people in IPOB who are supposed to go home and tell their people, let's look into this for the sake of peace. But they are not sincere. And now they kind of want to be the warlord of Biafra, warlord of Indigo. We shall see how it will work out. Now, the Urobo people, understanding that Nnamdi Kanu is going mad already, decide not to come in the secret to discuss this issue, but they are issuing threats. And somebody say, what will they do? Urobo, how many? That is the problem. I was shocked by recent revelation that Ogbomudia is a calm man. I never knew. Ogbomudia is a calm man, Abo man. And then I begin to wonder, why did Ogbomudia oppose Biafra as Abo man? As a Nyoma man? Understand from Chukwuma and Zogo to Achose, and more than 75% of Ojuku warlord or generals, all of them are Nyoma people. So why would Ogbomudia do this? And I took time 3 days ago to study everything that happened, because I start asking questions. Many of Eka people don't even know Ogbomudia is an Igbo man. All this shenanigan and the Kanu is bringing is what is deepening the division among us. And some of you are saying, him and all Onyibe, one nanyo, and you get bodon one nanyo. Okwa now bo your enemy, okwaya fulani janja weed. Don't worry. Pray this rain does not fall in the winter. This is why the Bible says, those on top of the roof, don't come down. Pregnant women, I pity for you on that day. But you won't understand. Ogbomudia was underrated, neglected, was never consulted by Ojukwu or any other person. Awolowo, Yoruba, Woloshoyinka, and the rest never consulted him. They relegated him to the background and turned Bendel State to the war ground. And he said, we shall see to that. And some of you may not see this as a palatable revelation. You won't like it, but that is your business. In many instances, I said, we have Okigwe province. And many province, Efik province, and many province, I think 21 or 27 of them. Go back and check Ojukwu province. Anyoma province is not there. Even when 70% of his generals are from Anyoma, why were we not there? Because somewhere along the line, somebody want to control Ogbomudia. And Ogbomudia, as the son of his father, they stood their ground and said, this will not happen. The same thing Nnamdi Kanu is doing. And we are trying to make you to see. Some of you are saying, bullshit, you are in diaspora, bullshit, we are bunka. When this thing set, you will understand. But this will not happen under our watch. The next generation must learn from the mistakes of our father. What they've done to us, taking advantage of our weakness and undoing all of us, and people like Nnamdi Kanu is opening the same door for them. The highest number of Igbo people killed in the world were not killed in Kano, Kaduna, Abuja, or Yoruba land. It was in Bendel State. In one of my broadcasts, I told you, there is a compound in Benin. They slaughtered all the Igbo coming from the west. They buried them there. We actually carried out investigation. Go and ask Chinedu, former Edo State coordinator of IPOB, if now the Kano have not called him saboteur. They dig the pit in that land, and any Igbo coming from the west, they were killing them and burying them there. And then after the war, everybody in that house, they pack in today, they will remove tomorrow. And the information got to the government of Edo State in that time. The government decided to buy it. As I'm talking to you up to now, nobody can live in that house. Because those people killed and buried there, those Igbo people, it has not settled. Am I saying it to favor anybody? But I'm saying it, there is need for us to consider collateral damage in anything we are doing. It is collateral damage we are managing at this stage on Biafra Human Right and Freedom Radio Station. Because when this thing will start, Yoruba will be do Sonny Adeo, Sonny O, Obamani Bedi, Omuku Regede, Budum, 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 Budum. Now the Kanu will be singing their praise. Our son will be doing the same thing. We are the one that is going to kill ourselves. Because most of you now, you are doing Jagaban. In Biafra land, no Jagaban. In my hand that there is. So you can say Urobo cannot do anything, Urobo is useless, or I can't. Go and find out who these people is. You will discover they speak Igbo fluently. Because Igbo people don't take joy in learning other people's language. The only language you hear Igbo man speak is Yoruba or Hausa. Igbo don't speak a language of their brother. It will be very difficult. This is a weak point for you people, though. You will see Igbo man speak Hausa Fulani more than Fulani and Hausa. You will see Igbo man speak Yoruba, Ekale, Ijebu, Ife more than these people. But you can't see Igbo man speaking Akwa Ibom. Very difficult. You can't see Igbo man speaking Abo. Very difficult. You can't see Igbo man speaking Ikwere. Very difficult. You can't see Igbo. No, because when you are underrating these people, your brothers, I don't know. And so when you come home, you become a stranger. The people you have decided to identify with don't have value for you. And so if you go to Urubu land now, 90% of the shop there belong to Igbo. 80% of the market belong to Igbo. And maybe 70% of the building belong to Igbo. Alionya Wondwa, what do they do? Now I can say, yeah, we have the population, let's fight Urobo. God, what you will see, you are not ready for it. But at the same time, I must call to order the Urobo communities. This is too harsh. This is too early. And this is projecting from evil mind. I will advise you to withdraw that statement. You believed in that communique. What do you call it? More advanced advisors. You know, the Bible say in the council of advice, a nation will win a war. I want you people to tone that thing down. You're opening the door. He's jumping up and down. And now let's continue and let's see. There are people waiting for me already. But let me see how I can be able to bring this to an end. And then, the unfortunate danger this could generate is what you are not considering. They killed Obioma. It could generate to crisis. Now they cannot have nothing to lose. There are rumors saying that he's in Biafra land. But I don't listen to all those cheap blackmail rumors. Let him come out on the street. We are waiting for him. Idiot. Don't worry. That thing you are looking for, it will not come the way you plan it. It's okay. Have you considered the danger? And then they say, well, they're killing our Fulani people in the southeast, begin to kill them in the south. Do you have what it takes to protect our people in the north? Kano State, we have over 21 million Igbo living there. Out of these 21 million, I can assure you that 15 million don't even know the way to. In Arugongo alone, if you go to Arugongo in Sokoto, more than 90% of the village is Igbo people. Most of them have never been home. They don't have intention to come home, but they remain Igbo people. What about Kano? We take some of these strategic studies so we know what we are up against. Our people in the north alone, if you gather them one place and dig a toilet pit for them, Anambra State alone will not be enough to build a toilet for all of them. And you tell them, come back home, come back home, come back home, they will kill you, and you are initiating process for them to be killed. I understand the most community in Japan and China. You can see a building, maybe 1,000-story building, maybe 100-story building. And then they send people to live there. Nigeria tried to do that in Ajaja Konji, 1001. We could plan even more advanced and sophisticated technology more than this. All in an effort to save our people. And not until all these the common Igbos in the north. He's a warlord. We will burn, we will kill, we will die, we will release a bomb, we will release a go and ask Ojukwu with the level of maturity, intellectual capacity of the generation of 1967 and 1970. What did Obunigwe do? The world still marvel at that technology. But he didn't give us Biafra. Anyway, have you considered the danger? Have you considered the consequence of your action? Or you think you have monopoly over this thing you are doing? The need for us to be guided in our actions is very important. We must be guided in our actions. What I just said doesn't make sense to you, and certainly I don't want it to make sense to you. But I want you to understand, for the sake of the next generation, if we are not guided, when this thing begin to happen, we are going to blame our father and our mother, and of course, as Christian society, we will blame Nigeria, devil. Let us not leave the door of our protection open for the enemy to invade. Let us not do that. Now the Kano may have finished yapping and shouting on the other side. But the only thing he has succeeded in doing at this moment is creating chaos, problem. And most of you governors, you are giving in the Kano money because your fear is nobody can protect you. In a few months from now, we will flag off our security men. And our security men will cover the boundary of Biafra land. Their duty is not to kill Biafran or kill anybody. Their duty will be to checkmate any idiot killing any idiot. Any idiot trying to kill genuine people, I beg your pardon. Anyhow, we don't want them, we not go get them. But let it be on good record. We mean you no harm. We don't want to undermine anybody. But our right must be respected. Or you think we are keeping quiet? Nnamdi Kanu deliberately opened up Eastern Security Department to hunt us down. so that we redefine the topography of Biafra land for you. All of you will govern us from United States or Britain. You people should stop supporting Nnamdi Kanu to destabilize Igbo land and Biafra land. In as much as I speak or say this on my own terms, anybody didn't send me. I'm not. I just have to go and meet our brothers and the land, so I will not take much of their time. Men and women must stand up and speak for the truth. Speak the truth. Biafra men and women across the globe, this is the time you of the Biafra Nation Alliance. Look for the member of the de facto customary government. Contact them. If we don't do this thing for ourselves, there will be problem. You can shy away and say, I don't like this rubbish. You are the rubbish. I wish you saw the frustration of Ojukwu because of imbecile like Nnamdi Kanu. Maybe you will understand what I'm telling you now. I'll be back in a minute. Mona one name Jenara. Go money. Nnamdi Kanu is fighting to take over the oil well in Niger Delta. You think we don't know? You think Niger Delta people don't know? Yeah, they give me oil well, I rejected it. Otu Aburu is here. That thing you think you are not doing chon chon chon, people know already and they are waiting for you. It's unfortunate. And you can see that common when you know.
From the beginning of human history, diabolic people have persistently used God's name to commit heinous atrocities all over the world. Wars become more bloody when religious sentiments are attached. Enemies see each other as abominable infidels that deserve to die. During the Nigeria-Biafra War, atrocities and war crimes were obviously committed, but the international community failed to identify or recognize the ethnic and religious implications. However, the purpose of this work is neither to apportion blames nor criticize anyone, but to preserve history and to let our younger generations who were not born during the struggle know the kind of songs used to boost the morals of the Biafran soldiers.
Take Biafra. Take my clothing to the camp. I the lawyer give my gun to someone else to fight for fire.
Yes, of course, we continue to reveal the truth for our people, because what we want is complete unification of the Biafran people. What we want is total restoration of Biafra land. Like I said or told you earlier at the beginning of this program, I told you I've been joined with one of our brother, and he goes by the name Dr. Abu, and I will allow him to give further introduction about himself and then give the message to the people of Biafra. Because to restore Biafra, it is a task that all of us must get involved. Can you hear me, Doctor? Yes, just a minute, please. Can you hear me now?
I can.
Good evening from here. You're welcome to the program. Biafrans are listening to you from across the globe, and I will want you to go ahead with the message you have for our people. Thank you for joining me, Doctor.
Thank you very much. My name is Dr. Joseph Abu. I'm a teacher of philosophy at Ebonyi State University. And I want to greet Biafrans all over the world and all of us of freedom and all of us of peace that are listening to Freedom Radio from across the globe. And I must confess that I have waited for this sort of platform. What we have always done, because we felt that too many things are the aeroplane driving appears to be overshooting the wrong way. And once an aeroplane overshoots the wrong way, just gets into a crash. So we have always wanted to, of course, FM radios can always get as far as very small. But this one, of course, I know is the global audience is listening. So I like to say that, look, the way we are running is probably going to, and it's interesting listening to you this evening talking about the fact that our interest is to prevent further collateral damage. We've already had a lot of damages, and I remember using exactly that phrase in several radio broadcasts in Enugu State, in Enugu here in Biafra land. That our job is to ensure that we prevent further collateral damage. That must have been 4 or 5 years backwards, maybe 6 years. Some people didn't appear to listen, leaders didn't hear, and those the young people we are talking to appears not to be listening. And that damage appears to be staring us in the face. And of course, we can still prevent further collateral damage, because no matter how, there's no doubt, no matter how bad it has been, we can always draw a broad line and say, no, because lives of men are lives of human beings, life of Biafrans, life of people who are not even Biafrans also are involved, because the world is a global village and you never can. Need is a box match, and you strike it where you're keeper. What is it? Violence begins. Anybody can do it. It doesn't require too much. All you need is to have perverted mindset, and you can have violence. But for you to peace and serenity, which is a condition for development, you will need to do a lot of thinking. You need to ask. You need to weigh a lot of lines. I don't want to really talk about Nnamdi Kanu. Those of you who are close to him that can talk
him. I've met him only 2 or 3 times, very closely. The first time was May 8, 2017, when I had to tell him, no matter what you cannot kill 1 million people on the streets. They will say it's Nigeria internal affairs. And I told him we need to adopt a new strategy. That was when he said there will be no election in Anambra State. And I said, even if you have the capacity to stop election in Anambra State, what is going to happen is that even if the elections, assuming it happens, this appoint executive and the government continues. So what have we achieved? Nothing. And so I spoke to him that day, think I was talking to somebody who is going to listen. But it's obvious from occurrences from 2017 till now that he doesn't appear to have an ear that listens to alternative suggestions. And so our territory is really open. And these war statements, war comments, I mean, somebody does not have capacity to shoot a catapult, and you are talking as if you are the commander-in-chief of the UN peacekeeping force or the UN force somewhere in the Arctic region. And then all those things, because I remember telling him that day that, look, we are dealing with a vicious Nigerian state, and that we need to adopt new strategies. I gave him examples. I started examples from Catalan, example from Quebec, example from Scotland, example from Eritrea, example from South Sudan, examples from Angola, from Mozambique, examples from East Timor, examples from Czechoslovakia, examples from Yugoslavia, from Kosovo. I said, do you want to be Slobodan Milosevic? And this, I told him, this is Africa. There are certain things the world will not bother when it is happening here. And unless we adopt strategies, certain things will not happen. And the clock appears to have turned 360 degrees. And here we are with our people scared. Yesterday I was like, how long are we going to continue like this? Our society appears to be slipping into complete and total anarchy. Now, Fulani herdsmen are killing, unknown gunmen are killing, whatever the unknown gunman is, because this gunman appears to have been known by many people. And now the powers of the Nigerian state is being unleashed on our territory without us being prepared. I remember asking him so that they said, are we prepared? Even if we take Biafra now, have we put the structures on ground to absorb our federal workers, our brothers and sisters who are in the federal civil service? Are we going to sacrifice them? We need to prepare. We need to prepare both diplomatically, both militarily. We need to prepare also both politically and legally. That we need all this. That this thing is not about talking on radio. That getting state from another state requires a whole lot of effort. The world is not going to sit down and watch another state come from another state. So unless you do the right things, in the past 30 years, we have had only 9 countries become independent. And it is not because the world doesn't want people to be independent. No, it is because you don't just become independent by wishing it. There are structures, there are economic things to consider. Now, yesterday, everybody sat at home. Do you know? And it's not because people sat at home voluntarily. It was as a result of threats. Maybe if a woman who is in labor couldn't go get to hospital and she would die. And everybody appears to be terrified. People sat down, back at home because they don't know what to get. They don't know who is going to shoot them, whether it is the food, whether it is the government, or whether it is their own. They have a holiday for Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. But on that day, people rejoice. People go out on picnic. People go out on holiday. People go out to visit clubs. People go out to visit places, eateries, to enjoy. But you don't hold people in the house. And you think that Biafra will come by sitting. We are down at till the year 2000. It doesn't change anything. that we need to do. And this is why every attempt should be made to make sure we don't break our ranks. We are young people. Whether we live in it does not become Biafra land just because Igbos are living there. Lagos State does not become Biafra land just because Igbos are living there. And they are Jews. We have said we relate to the Jews. One thing that the Jews do is that they think they are opponents. They outthink their opponents. And I'm telling you things that have told us here. I don't want to say a lot, open a lot of security issues. They say, who are your friends? So people are making and talking and saying what they told us 5-6 years back. So people are making noise. Get independence on the street. That's what I told my brother that day when we met. I said, look, stop sacrificing our people on the streets. We need to adopt strategies. And now our society is open. Our economy has hopelessly mismanaged. We have become debtor and beggar people. There are inadequacies of foodstuffs for our people who are fed up with the endless importation of foodstuffs from the north. And these are things that we should have ordinarily sat back to plan. How do we contain the people who want to make us subservient? How do we contain the people who have turned us to servitude? How do we contain the people who have turned us to slaves over the years instead of running an empire? And after sitting down at home and you enjoy the emotional succor that people sat at home, then the question a reasonable person should ask is, after that, what next? After you have made people to sit at home, so what has added to the struggle by that? What are the structures? What are the governmental structures that you have on ground that will ensure that things? That's why I'm excited about the de facto customary government, because this is what many of us have pushed since we got involved fiscally. Over the years, the past 20-25 years, my interests have been in research on our people, on Biafra, on Onyibe, and on the Nigerian state. But in the past 4-5 years, I've had to get involved by meeting some people and getting to see how they think and how they reason and all the structures that are on ground. And this is the only way we can put ourselves, because we are here shouting and making noise when in the north investing their money and ensuring that they implement Sharia legal code, which is in the Constitution, and have a customary law recognized by the Constitution. So why don't we use the customary thing to mobilize ourselves? So that's why I'm excited. And this is, nobody's going to say you are running against the Nigerian state, because there are customary laws that have, under which the people have lived before the amalgamation of 1914. In fact, before Lagos became a British colony in 1860. To Enugu, and where our people we now use it, all those customary laws. And that is why I'm excited. Once this customary government gets on ground, the Nigerian states cannot fight us. They cannot fight against it. Why? Because it is in the Constitution. It's constitutional. And then we can use it to mobilize our people. We can use it to begin to prepare ourselves on how we can defend our territory. Because it's only some our people. Must you eat Fulani meat? And we have said most of the things I'm saying now, we have said on radio. They are on radio, FM radio here in Biafra land. And because they don't travel very far, you can see that with this now, anybody who is listening, whether you are in the Arctic region, in America, in Europe, in Sweden, in Denmark, in South Africa, wherever you are, you can be hearing this. And this is one huge advantage that our brother Amdekano has exploited and used to the advantage of all of us. Those days when I used to be on radio, I used to look, We are on a historical mission. And we owe our generation the truth. Truth is solvent. If you try to block it with the pillar, it will circle the pillar and move on. And that is the thing. You can't. I want to talk to our people. And that's what I have done in most of the radio, FM radio stations where I appear. I want to talk to the conscience of our people. Are you thinking? Is Biafra a job? I was so glad when you said I didn't become this day because I didn't have a job. Because I kept asking people, Biafra is not a job. If you don't have a job, go get a job first. Me, I'm a teacher, I teach. That's where I get my salary. I don't wait for people to contribute money before I can feed. I don't wait for people to contribute money before I can take transport. So I'm glad you said I didn't join this thing because I don't have a job. And that's what has happened is to several people. That's what I found out. I used to be the chairman of the think tank of the coalition of pro-Biafra groups. But this is my way. Our people need to think. Do you ask yourself, these things that I'm doing, if I do it from now, I think it was about Einstein that said he's a madman. I was glad. Even our father was glad when I reminded him when we went there last month. And I told him, I said, there are some mistakes we have made in this talk. I'm so glad you are still alive that we can correct them now. We can correct some of those mistakes. We can take our space. We have allowed this space for boys to play with, for people who don't understand what it means to be Igbo, what it means to be Biafra, for people who are interested in money. We have allowed them to hold the reins of power for too long, and it is time that we take over. Freedom is not giving, freedom is taking. And every truth, they say, passes through 3 stages. Number 1, it is ridicule. Number 2, it is violently opposed. Number 3, that truth is self-evident. And I think that's where we are now. The truth about our future, the truth about our past, and the truth about our present is here before us. Whereas our Onyibe was saying 20 years ago, 60 years ago, on October 11, just 10 years, 10 days after independence, that the new nation called Nigeria should be our estate of our great-grandfather, Ottoman Dafodio. We must ruthlessly prevent any change of power. We use the majority in the north as willing tools. And the south as a conquered territory. We will never allow them to rule over us. We will never allow them to control over their future, unquote. Our leaders are playing. Now that future is here, and they are not allowing us to have control over it. So if we keep quiet, if we refuse to do something, a body at rest, according to the first law of motion, will remain at rest. A body in motion will also remain in motion until it is acted upon by another body. If there are things in motion, if there are things that have been grounded, that have been in one place that we need to put and activate and kick into action, it is time for us to kick into action. When they were writing the NPC Constitution manifesto of a party, that time has come. We must show these intellectual fools that we are only in the morning of our leadership of this country. Our only obstacle are the Igbos. They have overplayed their card. They will sink. Our leaders saw those things in 1964 manifesto of the Northern People's Congress. They didn't do anything about it. The truth is, if we refuse to do something now, both for our internal challenges and our external ones, I don't know what is going to happen to our children. I'm sure, my brother, you have children. I'm sure I also have. I'm sure those of you who are listening to me, you have children. And if you don't, you are going to have. If you don't have children, you have brothers. If you don't have brothers, you have parents. If you don't have parents, you have sisters. If you don't have sisters, you have neighbors who are good to you. You like to be swallowed up by this storm, especially the storm that have been dragged into our territory. Talk about the fact that our society has been opened gradually, where some of us, we are shouting here on FM radio, let's check this storm. Let's stop this hurricane before it goes across ask all of us away. Some people didn't bother to hear. Some people didn't care and thought that we were just ranting. But now it is here. All these dead bodies, all these people that have been sad. A carpenter came to my house and he was happy that police stations are being burnt. And I said, I collected the money I gave him to do work for me. He said, why are you collecting it? I said, because there was one carpenter that dealt with me very badly. Or are you not a carpenter? He said, I'm a carpenter. I said, if you don't get here, I will burn you. He never reached like I said, no, anybody that does anything, burn him. Have you seen a lecturer do you bad? So burn yourself, Agbo. If we do that, who will survive? If we do that, who will remain? And that is why we need to put a cap on our head and do some thinking. There is no way we can continue like this and think that our elder brother will come from there. It will not. I don't know what else to say really, but there is so much to say.
Thank you very much. And I want to believe that Biafrans have heard what you said, and there is much to learn from your contribution to this program this evening. And maybe if you have any parting words for the people of Biafra, before I leave the line open, that will be fine, my brother.
All right, thank you very much. I must confess that I am glad to be on this platform, and as much as it lies within my time and power to join to contribute my little quota. I will always be part of this. There is no other parting word for me than what I have always said in the past 4 or 5 years on FM radio. We need to open our eyes. Biafrans need to open our eyes. Biafrans need to understand that getting Biafra 100 miles dash. It's not something that you blow across like Usain Bolt to the finishing line and you hand over. It's something that requires that you had a button to the next person. You people have seen a whole lot of things. And if you look at what is happening now, if a George Onyibe, if an Uche before, if an Dr. Kado, if an Wazurike, and if an Asari, who have seen it. That's why I love the man Asari, because he's on ground, he's here. And that's why for me, except I go out for conferences, I am here. We're going to stay. I'm not going to run away. France, you need to think. When somebody is staying outside the Biafra land and asking you to burn stations, Biafrans, as some people are staying outside the Biafra land and they're asking you to kill them, burn them. When we get to Biafra, we will rebuild it. You need to ask yourself, the person who is talking like this, does he mean well? You need to also ask yourself, death and life is in the hands of God. And for anybody to kill another person, and it becomes painful when it is just because that person has an alternative vision. Then you need to ask yourself, how long must feverish birds tremble in silence before their keepers? The second president of the United States, no, it was the first, George Washington. George Washington said that he said something, and I want to leave it with Biafrans. He said, worry is the interest paid by those who brought trouble. Worry is the interest paid by those who brought trouble. If you worry too much now, maybe because you have borrowed trouble. And people borrow trouble have transferred their worry to us. And we're staying at home and losing billions. It is okay if we can declare a public holiday, but we won't be able to do that until we take over the political leadership of our territory. If we can declare a public holiday where people can go out to the beaches, go out to bars, go out to the stadiums and play, celebrate the death, to celebrate those who died between 1966 and 1970. That would have been wonderful. But to help to make us lose billions for an Igbo man, whom you know, there are people who, if they don't go out in a day, their family will starve. Why? Because that pure water that they sell that day, that sweet that they sell that day, I'm not just talking emptily. I know people who do that. If they don't sell pure water in a day, they will not raise 300 naira to be able to buy 2 cups of gari, especially now that one pint of gari is 1,500. I want to ask their friends to think. I want to ask their friends to mobilize themselves and resist this evil that is coming from both inside and outside. The world can only come to our rescue when we mobilize ourselves. The world can only join us to fight this battle when we mobilize ourselves. It is us that will handle these problems, not from anybody from outside. Let nobody who has borrowed trouble transfer their worry to us. Good evening, dear friends.
Thank you very much. I truly appreciate your joining us to lend your voice to Biafrans, misguided Biafrans, and of course, well-meaningful individual who know what to do in a time like this. Thank you very much. And of course, Biafrans across the globe. This is not who we are. If you are observant, you see how much we have changed in less than a decade. I will say we have degenerated. Even though we project ourselves to know the problem, the menace that affects us as a people, but then we are doing almost nothing to change the situation. But we are busy promoting falsehood. We're busy promoting Nandekano shenanigan. We just want to become something that we are not, and we don't even understand it. We cannot be the ones who open the door for the enemy to come and invade our houses. Wike is bad, Urobo is bad, Ishekiri is bad. But for whose sake? Because of Nnamdi Kanu? Because of Nnamdi Kanu? And so who is our enemy? The South or the Southeast? Who is our enemy? And of course, at this moment, our lines are open. Our WhatsApp line remains 070815 45642, 070815 45642. For the last time, our WhatsApp line is 070815 45642, and then our direct line is 081221 52971, 081221 52971. For the last time, 081221 52971. And of course, if you cannot access this studio or Facebook Messenger or any other social media platform, and of course that is if you have access to it. And so at this moment the lines are open and you are
Biafra kunye buso Nigeria makagini dina bunde na magi Chineke ndina magi Chineke kere ha komando ebute butere ya komando ebute butere ya komando ebute butere ya komando akumigbo beri manoruwo Chineke nti odimegbo Chukwu chibai akumigbo beri manoruwo Chineke nti odimegbo
of the Biafra war songs aimed derogative invectives on the Nigerian government of oligarchy, who directed the killing of innocent Biafran women and children by imposing blockade on Biafra. All human contact with the outside world was cut.
And of course, before I bring in the caller on the line, I want to remind Biafrans, because there are things we know you don't know, and all we can do is to be observing you. And of course, from what Nnamdi Kanu is doing now, his first line of harassment and intimidation is Ebonyi State. From his plan, as reviewed by genuine Biafrans who understand all the activities, that when he's done with Ebonyi State, the next place is going to outside Imo State is Delta State and Anambra. When he's done with Ebonyi and Imo State, the next place that is his target is Delta State and Anambra State. And now, Anyoma Defense is patiently waiting for Nnamdi Kanu. And anybody that joined Nnamdi Kanu to come and destabilize Delta State, you will hear from us. Because the reason why we are saying this now is that Ebonyi State people can choose to keep quiet so that Nnamdi Kanu will mess them up. If Nnamdi Kanu father did what Nnamdi Kanu is doing now, there will be no Nnamdi Kanu father in Afari Beku. You can choose to be insincere. Now, I have to say this on this broadcast for record purposes. Nnamdi Kanu agenda is that, first of all, it is Ebonyi State followed by Imo State. They said when they finish destabilizing there, Delta and Anambra will be the next stage. But in this very issue, every place in Nnamdi Kanu you put leg in Delta, Anyoma Defense know already, and we are waiting for you. And then people will say, Agbo people betray Biafra. Agbo, don't want or do, Makanosa can win around all the buheo. Wa no logbo Kanu, wa no logbo Kanu, Nsobu area. Caller on WhatsApp, are you still there? Caller on WhatsApp.
Yes, Jabba.
Good evening from
Yes, Jabba.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, this is your brother Sawotua Odogwa Wele. And I'm calling from UAE.
No, the name, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to quickly contribute to the program, starting from what the previous speaker said about Biafra is not a job. Go and get a job. Everybody should go and get a job, and it's truth. Don't choose because you are fighting for Biafra restoration that you remain jobless, so that one idiot will use you.
But Nnamdi Kanu and Sons will be under him. They are career freedom fighter now. It is a lifetime. He has put their brain on hold now. 5 months of reading Psalm. 5 months of reading Psalm. 150 days. What do you expect? Go ahead, and sorry for interrupting you.
It's fine, but so you go and get a job for yourself. If you can't get a job for yourself, learn a trade, learn a handwork, and be a good citizen to your people, to your community, and to Biafra. That should not stop you from fighting from Biafra, not becoming a career freedom fighter. Biafra is not a country yet. In as much as we don't have it's a country, but we don't have our freedom yet. We don't have our sovereign freedom. So we need to push for get yourself engaged with something that can earn you food and other eat first. Then we continue. Biafra should be second now. Get yourself, because the person who eat now fight for freedom. That man no dey fight for freedom. Person longer the wire no get strength to push for freedom more. So you got to get to work, do something, and be pushing for the struggle, not staying outside, staying idle. I want to just will come and recruit you, give you 2,000-3,000 to go and destroy your community, and you foolishly join him to destroy your community. That is not the Biafra we all sign up for. Then secondly, the brother also raised an issue again. Well, let me also make my own quota about consultation. When you said that you raised the issue of Urobo PU, the trade they made about because they killed their brother in Imo State who was in immigration. That is the problem this idiot is causing for in our land, trying to cause a tribal war. Now the innocent people, if innocent people in the land is going to suffer it if this issue is not carefully taken care of. Now there was a tweet coming yesterday from Buhari, whoever is handling his Twitter handle, that those that are jumping up and down for war, that is too. What we have done already, it's already enough for them to declare emergency in our land. But they've not done that. But they are doing worse than state of emergency in our land right now. They are doing worse than that. Killing. Innocent. Look at the brother they killed yesterday that was going back to Germany. In the state, he doesn't know anything. Innocent. He died because of what Indians were commanding him doing this. 40 days finished, I didn't see him. And when he said he was coming to lead the bandits head on and against the Nigerian government head on. 14 days finished, he went to pray. 150 days, you are going to pray. Only Sam. He want to be talk to Heavenly Father. He's now the spiritual son of Mbakano. Sam want to read Sam. And he just is occupying their brain and not reasoning. And this guy got nothing. 40 days finished, he put 14 days. I'm coming back. He's an idiot. He's a coward. He really live a coward. Who is not military inclined that he just anything you just go and do little research, drop up and down and talk rubbish. Yap. You just yap. No military strategy. A bloody civilian like him that doesn't know anything. Endangering the life of our people. A general without an army. No back, nothing. We don't have any defensive mechanism. Now people are not crying. How many of them are shouting on yes or no government now? This was what we were shouting months back. I was part of the people shouting this will happen. And people were shouting yes and no government. Now it's happening now. The result is happening. They are killing people now. Because we knew this will happen. We don't need any prophet or tell us any prophecy. That this we know the reality. It's feasibility study. This will be the outcome of their users that are causing. This is they are committing action. That's what they are doing. Burning down and killing your own people is not part of the Biafra restoration we all know from the first place until discover his stupidity. And his sister is still alive in a boy. Why has he not commanded to kill the sister? Who is the police? And idiot they are sending. When this is dating don't finish, you see the same sister to Nigeria to kill you also. I don't know why people are not reasoning, but his greatest mistake. We are waiting for him. We think those who want to come into Delta State, those he's doing, it's a child's play. Those people aiding him, we know them. I got me the lie. I just go out we're going to put hands on his eye. Wherever he's hiding, he's killing innocent people. Look at the innocent brother they killed yesterday. Who doesn't know anything about their stupidity? Because the worst of it, the innocent people are the ones paying for it. Old men, women, kids are suffering. Now we are running short of food supply and our own Biafra again. because of this idiot stupidity. Fulani is no longer killing us. So Fulani is not killing us. We are not killing our own people because we want to supremo. He never know the type of people he's dealing with. He never knew the type of people he's dealing with. You are going to shoot him. If you want to fight for Biafra, if you want to fight for one Nigeria, concentrate, and if you are frustrated, that's why you are fighting for Biafra. Like from there, you get a job. Everybody should go and get a job. If you are fighting for freedom, that you really need freedom, don't because you want to become a governor, you are jobless, you are frustrated, put in diaspora, you need asylum papers, then you support evil in killing of our brother, blackmailing people, assassination, and killing everybody that disagrees with you people. These guys are evil. These guys are evil. Now, Saboteur is no longer reigning. The ones that even call me Saboteur here, similar, they are the ones that are even dating me now. I look at them and smile.
He has changed their name. He now call them traitors. They are traitors, not Saboteur again. Madman.
You say something about Wikipedia that he's an album man. Now, some days ago, he discovered. Now, he was part of the people that committed a lot of atrocity there. Killing his people and everything still narrows down because the people neglected him. They did not consult him. So he has to seek run to the enemy so he can be relevant. Now, what happened? They massacre our own people. People must begin to reason. Those idiots jumping up and down, you don't have anything, you do hit and run. You run inside the bush. The ones Nigeria will kill, you deny them. It didn't happen. And you know they're helping them every day, killing them. These guys must stop this stupidity. If they don't want to stop it, we are going to follow the head on too. No be today. Yash day back, we no believe there's a big gun. Yesterday they start to carry their own. People don't they carry the gun before them. People have enough arms to even take Nigeria up to an extent, even to a standstill. But they're not making noise. You that just kill your own brother and take one full magazine he just has. How many rounds? You are jumping up and down, intimidating people into submission. But he lie. I just let me also put our father that they in the Lord, Joba Azio Bienu, and the line heart in came for Dr. Kado, and you are Joba George Onyibe. Because you are man on the ground, they are not that idiot to buy radio rant and looking up and down napping. We just only one attack. My men evacuated me like a baby. Tata, my men evacuated me. Just only one, you ran away. And that's when we endanger the life of everybody. Everybody will die. If you see on your family that will die, my family will not die. If you see his family that will die, I can't die. Who will inherit it? My family, if everybody that who will inherit Biafra, and that woman, that bitch evil Karomund or whatever you call her, that is supporting this idiocy. That in her country, can anybody do what they are doing in Biafra land now? Can they do such a thing? You see pure banditry, pure terrorism that try to breed in our land, and she's there supporting that evil. I'm sure that woman is a British undercover agent serving the interests of her people. That's what she is doing, deceiving that idiot. Yeah, he running up and down, radio ranter, gossiping. Every time they kill our people, he look for something to block their head and occupy them. Now it's 150 days. Psalm 150. In the Reverend Father, back a spiritual son. At the end of the 150 days, he look for one story to tell them, I'm coming to leave them. Now he's not coming again. But let me ramp up. If I see that guy, personally, I will shoot him for an eye. May I tell him up?
Thank you very much. He's busy victimizing everybody criminalizing everybody, and he's telling, oh, we are going to go and Google encyclopedia. You will see Google River State. You will see Igbo on quote. If they lie, let them put Igbo on W. What did you do that make Igbo man to deny his ID? The same thing you are repeating. Those who want to know the truth now should stand up, because this is the only time we have to control this thing. Nnamdi Kanu in his plan has said when he's done with Ebonyi State and Imo State, the next state to take on is Delta and Anambra, and we are waiting for him. The Okwane people who are supporting Nnamdi Kanu, we know all of you. Go and fight the Fulani in your village and don't bring Nnamdi Kanu to Anyoma. Where is John Chukwuma from Abo? Have you asked Nnamdi Kanu what he did to that guy? Because we will first of all destroy our home before we will go to anybody who want to destroy our home. The Southeast, like Nwike said, can keep quiet and let Nnamdi Kanu run mad up and down. It's okay. He has divided us already. But not in Anyoma land. We come here to unite our people. We come here to fight and protect all that is left of us. And then one criminal element is jumping up and down, encouraging people to kill police, carry gun, do this one. But am I saying we can't be justified when we do that? With what morality can we talk to anybody when we are as guilty as the people who has placed us under this condition? Because you have the right to beat up somebody, it does not give you that right. What kind of nation are we fighting to build? But I'm fully aware that it is not the Biafran people that have this dubious character. Criminality run in the blood of Nnamdi Kanu family. Look at his brother Kanunta. Look at the activity of his sister and Nigerian police. Look at the activity of the junior brother. And then, with information you have, you come and see people leading Biafra and Diara. Is that what is leading or what? Inching closer to the end of this program, Biafra understand that we are not happy. We are not happy because the same person that we ask, let us go for hunting, is the one telling us now that our leg look like the antelope we came to hunt. If precautive measures are not taken, that person is going to kill you and say, oh, I thought it's an antelope. As I sign off from here, I want to sincerely appreciate Dr. Agbo, who has lended his voice to the people of Biafra, and my brother that just called in. Tomorrow is another day. We will continue from where we stop. We will not hide any truth because of anybody. We will continue seeing it. One way or the other, we will make our voice to be heard. One way or the other, we will deliver our people from this ingrate who, for selfish reasons, want to turn Biafra land into a theater of war. Let us see how it goes. Those of you from Imo State, helping Nnamdi Kanu to destabilize your place. Have you considered how many Igbo youth they have slaughtered off record? Have you considered only today 2 Igbo men, one from German, was shot dead on his way back to airport? How many? But I can tell you, with Nnamdi Kanu attitude and strategy, even in 100 years, even in 2 lifetimes, he will not give you Biafra. He don't even know how. All they are doing now is spending our monthly due to raise propaganda, trying to project or false images, fake story, to keep your brain dormant. This year is almost gone. By this time last year, you people were waiting. Oh, Biafra will come 2020. Elohim said, Elohim said. 2021 is almost winding up. It's unfortunate. We continue from where we stop. by the grace of the Creator by tomorrow. If you are yet to identify with what we are doing here in the de facto customary government or in the Biafra nation or other pro-Biafran group, we encourage you to do the needful. Good night and God bless you.
Freedom by the name of Jesus, we shall conquer. Hey, we are Biafra, fighting for our freedom. By the name of Jesus, we shall conquer. He come Biafra, fighting for our freedom. By the name of Jesus, we shall conquer. We are Biafrans, fighting for our freedom. By the name of Jesus, we shall conquer. Ambush, where is the mama desinu bandiro? Imena ojuku imena. Nkume mbebi ebi kweka msoro ni megi. Nkume mbebi ebi kweka msoro ni megi. Biafra la marama kweka msoro ni megi. Nkume mbebi ebi kweka msoro ni megi. Enyi Biafra la la, enyi lele, enyi Biafra la la. Jete kwa no Okigwe seto kwa la Biafra. Jete kwa Enugu seto kwa la Biafra. Jete kwa no Onitsha seto kwa la Biafra. Enyi o, enyi o, enyi o, enyi o, enyi lele, enyi o, enyi o, enyi. Nachukwena onye mbuzo gabu onye bazu. Nachukwena ainaga niru ilachi azubo. Ainaga niru ilachi azubo. My mother, don't you worry. My father, don't you worry. If I happen to die in the battlefield, never mind, we shall meet again. My mother, don't you worry. My father, don't you worry. If I happen to die in the battlefield, never mind.